Autobots,
Roll out.
roll out. They didn't hear you. Louder. Roll out.
Roll out.
If you can't already tell, today we're going to review with you Transformers.
For us. This movie felt so much like a brotherhood movie. Like it was amazing. I mean, everyone who knows the story about Megatron and Optimus Prime goes way deep, and this was a really, really cool, like Alma said, dopest origin story. Um, we're gonna dive deep into that. Go back, bro. I mean, you lead the way. Sorry.
So we are here, JP the Hulk and me, the All-Star Superman. We should say this. We should actually, I think we can say this out loud. We love the Transformers franchise.
Yeah, we love it.
We saw Transformers 1 July 14th of whatever year it was.
Yeah, we did.
Um, I think
Such cool
I
times.
think the only one we didn't see in theaters was Dark of the Moon. That's the only one we didn't see in theaters. We didn't see Bumblebee in theaters.
No.
Um, so I guess we watched almost every single one in theaters.
Yeah.
Um, don't mind us here. We will be reaching one of our milestones of 100 subscribers real soon. We're really excited. We have our plans and our goals, like JP has mentioned before. We want to give back to the community with our inspiration being our baby brother, Manny. And we will talk more about that. But at the 100 subscribers, we will do a giveaway. And we're going to still figure out the kinks of how that works. But let's get back to the movie because we don't have any sponsors yet. So this video is brought to you by Brotherly Love. Cool. So Transformers 1. What are our favorite scenes?
Yes, favorite scenes. Okay, so this is really good because we're just fresh off the movie. So some things that come. This is not an order of like the best to worst.
It's not chronological, probably.
But like something that comes real quick, to my mind is the moment that. Okay, so this is a long scene, but Optimus Prime falls into the core.
Well, hold on. We forgot to do this. Spoiler warning.
Yes, this is a spoiler. Not a spoiler-free video.
It is not.
So he falls into the core of Cybertron where Primus is, and he gets visited by all the primes. And I don't know what the purple guy is called, but he says Primus has chosen you to wield the key of leadership. What is
Matrix of leadership?
The matrix of leadership. And he's in there and it's like, "Jaw," and they give him the matrix, and
he pops out,
flies up to stop Megatron. And so that was one of them. I'm gonna let Anma talk so I can think of more.
Well, that was an amazing scene. It brings you see the character that you've grown up with. It was beautiful. I want to say that one of my favorite scenes was the race. I really like the race because Orion
yes.
Pax, i.e. Optimus Prime, is trying to prove a point, and they almost win first place. And it really shows like the character that Chris Hemsworth is embodying of who Orion Pax is. And Alita says it best, where he is just a blind optimist. And so he's just very.
But he gives hope. He knows how to give hope.
And that's what I like about that scene is because he's just trying to help his buddy, his best friend, be like, we can do this. We have it in us.
They were meant for more. That's I think a big theme of the movie. Alma's not gonna let me go into this a whole lot, but I hope everyone knows watching this, you are meant for more. That's all I'm gonna say. If you want to ask questions later, ask me. So yes, I love the racing scene. Yes. I think Look, let's talk about that one then. The first time they meet Bumblebee, they go down to the waist, and that just him introducing himself and just being like, he's like he hasn't seen anyone, and he's like kind of crazy. Um, and he gives a nickname to himself, and later he tells Alita, "Boys gave me this nickname, but it's true." And so
But
yeah,
Bumblebee is just a fun character in the movie. He's
yeah,
really really funny. He's kind of like your little teddy baby brother type kid.
yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Um, so the other scene I really like, I'm gonna do this a lot because um there's a scene right before the racing scene where he Optimus yeah, Orion at the time brings D16, which is Megatron, to the Iacon race. He's like, "Did you do this for me?" He's like, "I did this for us." That also reminds me of this was around the end when they first met. Um and they bonded over what was his name? What was the name of that prime?
Megatronus.
Megatronus. And he says, "I'll have your back." Um, and that was very touching.
Yeah, there's this be more than who you are theme. There's this bro theme. That's probably why it hit us so hard. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's part of it's our little handshake. We also do this.
We also do this a lot, yeah. Yeah.
So all that was, and that's what was impactful. So this is a sad scene, but it was also one of my favorite scenes because I think it's Brian Tyler who's the composer. He does such an amazing job. I love his composition. Where Megatron is turning full fleshed into Megatron, both psychologically and emotionally. And Optimus gets in his way of destroying or ending Sentinel Prime. And he shoots his best friend. He shoots his brother, and his brother's dying because you kind of need Energon and all Sparks to live, and he can't believe it. And that's where Megatron snaps and lets Orion Pax fall into this like deep tunnel. And the music that impact was just it was like a freight train of it was powerful, it was palpable. And so I love it when art does that, where you're in the story, you see the emotion, and then you add music to add to that emotion, to add to that sensitivity. So I'm being a director right now, so you see the camera is focusing Hadouken. So it's I like that. That was like a magical, properly written, directed scene.
Yes. Yes. Um, I don't know what else comes to mind. There's just
There's adventure,
there's a lot of adventure,
action,
a lot of comedy,
a lot of comedy, a lot of heart.
a lot of heart. Yes.
So you just watch trash burn.
Yes. And Bumblebee's so excited about that.
Um,
I'll
yeah.
say one thing about that I didn't like. Every movie now, they're starting with the actors, the main actors saying like, "Thanks for coming. We got an awesome show for you. Now please enjoy your show." That's the only part of the movie I didn't like. Because the whole movie felt like it never felt slow. It never felt like they didn't know what they were doing. It was a very, very, I think, focused, well thought out story overall. So no complaints there for me.
There was no hot rod, so I was a little bit upset about
Uh,
that. I think that the part that JP and have reached a consensus is we were hoping that the war for Cybertron, at least the Civil War, kind of started there. Understandably, it's okay how it ends, how the movie ends. Because if you start a movie with a civil war, how does the movie end? Like, there's too much fighting. Are you gonna zoom out or something and say Transformers won? So it was cool for Chris Hemsworth to pay homage to. I think his name is Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime, because
let's
they
make
kind of
sure.
Yeah, we should make sure not
Let's make
get in
sure.
trouble.
You know.
So it was fine how they part ways, and Optimus Prime is giving a speech, and as he's giving this speech, they kind of do this cool voice over voice connection thing with the the voice of Optimus that is in our heads. Peter
Beautiful.
Cullen, I'm right.
There we go. Alma was correct.
So it was a great monologue speech. So yeah, that was the only thing we were thinking that they were going to show how the war for Cybertron really started. I guess you could say that that's where it did. Sort
But
of.
it kind of felt like the movie kind of needed to end, but I was because it was I thought it oh well, not that it was bad, it was confusing, but you know there was a scene where they find out that Sentinel really made a deal with the Quinstors.
Yeah, a different race of Autobots, cyber alien robots.
Yeah, they look freaking insane. Um, and it was like, so are they gonna like end them in this movie? But really, I think it became clear at the end that it was just really about getting back the matrix of leadership and the you finding out why Megatron and Optimus no longer were brothers. So
Yeah, I would say there wasn't much we didn't like. Um, we're both giving it like an 8.5, 8.9 out of 10.
mhm.
We really like this movie.
I mean, if it was live action, like if they kept the like the the movies before, I think that would have been pretty cool. I think I might have would have been given a 9 and stuff.
I
It's
mean,
kind of hard to give animated movies like 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10.
the cool thing though is that it's cool how they in animation you can do a little bit more than you can in live action. Like those designs, hard to put in real life.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is very
they've done a
true.
decent job, a good job, a great job. You know, the VFX artists, everybody. But for some reason, I guess we're tired of gigantic metal robots, so we're just gonna put it in a cartoon.
I mean, they came out with Pacific Rim, the Kaiju, you know, what else? Big robots. Yeah, there's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But maybe it was very smart to go in this direction. I mean, it's gonna attract a different fan base, obviously, because I don't think not everyone that watched the live action Transformers are gonna come watch this. I think most of them, if they really liked it, they'll come back. But really, people who want to watch it were us who like grew up watching the TV show and stuff. So, but I think it's gonna do very well in
Yeah.
theaters.
The age old question, is it the best Transformers movie?
Well, see, like that's what I'm saying. It's hard because it wasn't like it was animated for me. Um, so yeah, that's my so no. But it was still really amazing.
It's up there for me. It might maybe meriting a second watch will convince me that it's the best Transformers movie. It's up there, very much up there. Very much enjoyed that
Yeah.
because I can remember still being a little kid with our little DVD-ROM from Blockbuster watching the movie where Optimus gives the Matrix of leadership to Hot Rod, and that was awesome. So this is like kind of full circle. Started with animation, ended with some not ended, but continuing for the next generation with this great animation. So it's good to see good stuff, good products, given new life, a refresh. Keep it going.
Yeah. No, I think this new fresh take is gonna do very well. Very well.
That is our review. And remember, we are one. I'm just kidding.
Good job on the 10.
We will have much more videos for you upcoming. Broco Productions is a little bit busy this week with some good stuff. And we enjoyed Transformers. Thank you, Paramount. Thank you for the team behind Transformers 1. Thank you, Michael Bay. Thank you, Steven Spielberg. Thank you to the actors, to the writers. This was a fun ride for us. Thank you for sharing your ultimate your completed project with us and with all the fans. Throw it out.
Roll out.
Roll out.